Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It's your guy Boulanger. Up next in this video, we're going to be dealing with the idea that if Patrick Queen is traded on draft night, what should the Ravens get in compensation? And we're going to talk about two potential replacements in this year's second round of the draft. Do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can keep getting updates when we upload new content. Let's go. So, if you guys have hung with the GM for any length of time, you may have heard me talk about Patrick Queen and how I think it's a horrible idea that the Baltimore Ravens consider trading him now and or in the near future. I understand that EDC has already said that he wanted more draft picks. I understand that the rumors about a Patrick Queen trade or leaving Baltimore began when the Baltimore Ravens traded for Roquan Smith back mid-season. The trade rumors and the Baltimore Ravens moving Patrick Queen got louder after Roquan Smith signed his new $100 million deal. But yet and still, I think that moving on from Patrick Queen is a horrible idea. Patrick Queen and Smith form the best, and I do mean that, the best interior linebacker duo in the whole league. They're both fast. They both run and hit. They're certainly improving in pass coverage. And Patrick Queen has an ability to be a pass rusher, especially in the context of blitz and in that A and B gap. And a lot of times when he gets to the quarterback, he gets home. And so we can certainly, identify some flaws that Patrick Queen has, but every player has flaws. No player is perfect. But the fact of the matter is, this was Patrick Queen's best year in 2023. I understand his trade value will be super high, but at the same time, I think that you don't create a hole, especially in a position group that is one of the strongest on the entire team. And so the likelihood at this point, my trade meter for Patrick Queen is probably around a 7. So about 70% chance that he gets traded tomorrow night. I don't know if he'll draw a first. I think he has first round value, but I would be okay if he pulled a second and a fourth. Getting a couple of picks that will certainly help the Ravens out. But a team or teams that could be interested are probably out in the NFC. I think a team like the Saints could be interested. I think a team like the Carolina Panthers could be interested. I think a team like the Atlanta Falcons could be interested. And those guys have high second round picks. And so I certainly would be okay with a second or fourth, a second and a fourth, and a late round pick next year. I want a whole lot of compensation for Patrick Queen because I simply think he's that valuable. But if he is moved on, then we have to get a guy who can come in and be like a plug and play guy immediately. I know we got Josh Ross on the team, and there was a lot of buzz around him. The Ravens really liked him. He was an undrafted free agent out of Michigan. But the fact of the matter is, we haven't seen enough of Ross in order to really say he can step in to the hole that would be created by a Patrick Queen trade. So two linebackers that that I looked at some tape, some highlights, and then looked at some commentary about them. One is Dane Henry out of Washington State. He's a 6'2" linebacker, about 225. Good speed at runs a 4.5 40, so good speed. He certainly can be a sideline to sideline linebacker. He certainly plays downhill. He racked up 106 tackles in this past year. He had several pass breakups. He also had an interception, and I believe he had 4 sacks, which says that he's often around the ball. And with 4 pass breakups and an interception, that certainly speaks to his ability to play in pass coverage. And so I think Dane Henry certainly could be a viable option in the second round. He has a second round to the third round projection, so I think he could be a viable option. Google his name, look up some film. I think you'll be impressed with what he brings to the table. And then another option is a guy out of Clemson, um, Trenton Simpson. Um, they're about the same size. He's 6'2". He's about 230 plus pounds. Uh, he has elite speed for a linebacker. He runs a 4.4 40. Matter of fact, it's a low 4.4 40. To be honest, he has a second to third round projection. And this past year, he racked up 73 tackles. Um, I think he had 2.5 sacks and a couple of pass deflections. And so I think with that kind of speed paired with a Roquan Smith, I think you certainly could form another elite tandem. I think he has to get stronger. Um, but other than that, I think that he could be also a viable option. My pick out of those two guys is probably going to be Trenton Simpson. I love a big, fast linebacker. I love a guy who has that kind of elite speed. And I think what sold it for me when I read some commentary on Simpson, he was compared to the Carolina Panthers' Jeremy Chin. And if you know anything about Jeremy Chin, he's a big linebacker with speed. And the Panthers started him out at linebacker, moved him out to free safety. I think he also played some strong safety. And then this year, because they added Von Bell, they're going to move him back to linebacker, put him closer to the line of scrimmage. So any linebacker that's compared to Jeremy Chin uh, speaks loudly because that speaks to a level of versatility, an ability to play the pass and speed, and a guy who's always around the ball. So Simpson would be my pick if available, and the Baltimore Ravens have an opportunity to select him. So listen, check those two guys out, man. Dane Henry out of Washington State, and also Trenton Simpson out of Clemson. Um, I think you'll be impressed with their film. You'll be impressed with their highlights. And from what I could tell, I wasn't able to find any injury history or any off-field issues. So let me know what you guys want me to know, man. If you guys have another linebacker or another couple of linebackers that may be a better option, or you think may be a better fit for the Baltimore Ravens, by all means, submit that. Let me know. Listen, I'm your guy Boulanger. This is the GM. I'm out.